Vital signs and they look good, and I just wanted to make sure I have your permission to videotape your assessment.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. I'll
You're
see you in the
welcome.
room.
Okay.
Action. Hi, Miss Jones. My name is Karen. I'm going to be your nurse today.
Hi, Karen.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. We're going to be doing a neurological exam. It's just part of your overall exam to evaluate your well-being. So I'm going to have some kind of interesting little tests we're going to do. I'll try to explain as we go about the reasoning for them so that you can understand why we're doing what we do. Okay? I just have a few questions for you before we start out. I want to ask you a little bit about the date of your last blood pressure. I already have your vital signs from today. Wanted to know about your last blood pressure, your last cholesterol test. Do you know when those were?
I had all that done last week.
Okay, good. So I'll be able to get those results. Have you had any neurological problems? That would be things like seizures or head injury, loss of consciousness, anything like that that you can think of? Any difficulty with speech or blurred vision?
No.
Okay. Any changes, like abrupt changes in your emotional state?
No.
Or any blood pressure spikes, high blood pressure?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Any weakness that you've noticed, difficulty with balance, difficulty swallowing, or involuntary movements?
No.
Okay, very good. Well, we'll get started. Like I said, this is a neurological test, or evaluation, if you will. So we're going to do some kind of interesting little tests to evaluate you. I'm going to start out with having you shut your eyes and occlude one side of your nose. I'm going to be testing your sense of smell. I want you to let me know what you smell.
Okay.
And this tests your olfactory nerve, so we can go ahead and do that. What do you smell?
It smells kind of like peppermint.
Okay, good. And the other side, can we do that? Okay.
It smells like coffee.
That's correct. Very good. So your sense of smell seems to be intact. That's excellent. Now, I'm going to have you look down the hall here at this chart, and what I want you to do is cover up one eye, look down there, and I want you to read the smallest line that you can to me. This evaluates your vision.
Okay. V, P, W, S, M, A.
Okay. Can you read the next line down?
No.
Okay. Can we do that with the other eye?
Sure. A, X, W, Z, V, N.
Okay, very good. Very good. You can take this book now. I'd like you to hold this in your hand, and I'd like you to read the title page to me, please.
Okay. Wings on things.
Okay, any trouble seeing that?
No.
Can you read, maybe flip a page and read some of the smaller type to me then?
They are wonderful flying things.
Okay, very good. Okay, your vision seems to be intact. Your distance vision is about 20/30. Do you normally wear contacts or glasses?
Contacts.
And you don't have those in today?
No.
Okay, all right, very good. Now I'm going to be looking at your pupils, and what I'm looking for, I'm just looking at the shape of your pupils and how they react to light, and I'm also going to be looking at how you can gaze up and down and side to side. It just evaluates your cranial nerve, your nerve that controls that kind of thing. Okay, so we'll start out with, let's have you cover one eye for me. And I'm just going to be looking at your pupil. Okay, we'll do the other side. Yeah. Okay, now can you take your hand and go like that? And I'm going to and then over here. Okay, now I'd like to see you gaze up with your eyes and gaze down, and then to the left and to the right. Now up to the left, like over this way.
This way.
Oh, yes, sorry. And then the other way, up over there, and then down to this side, and then to this side. Okay, very good. Now, one of the things I was observing for is want to make sure that your eyes are, they move fluidly and they're not like having a quiver or a shake, because that's a clue to a neurological problem. It's called nystagmus. But yours, you didn't appear to have any of that. Okay. Now I'm going to have you shut your eyes, and I'm going to touch your face with either something sharp or something dull, and I want you to tell me what it is you feel, sharp or dull, when I touch. You ready?
Soft. Sharp. Sharp. Soft. Sharp. Soft.
Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, and while we've been talking, I've been taking a look at your facial symmetry during our conversation. Everything seems to be pretty symmetric. You don't have any facial droop or anything that would indicate a neurological problem. Sometimes that can be a clue for us if there's a problem going on. I'd like you to clench your jaws together for me. Okay, and now open up your jaw against my resistance. Okay, very good, very good. Now turn your head against my resistance, and then turn it. There we go. Very good. That evaluates your motor function with relation to your trigeminal nerve. That's cranial nerve 5. Now we're going to evaluate your sense of taste. What I'm going to have you do, and this is yet another one of those cranial nerves, I'm going to have you shut your eyes and open up your mouth, and I'm going to put a drop of something. It will either be sweet, salty, bitter, or sour on your tongue. We'll do 3 of those, and I want you to tell me what you taste, okay? You ready? Okay, go ahead. Open up. Shut your eyes. Stick out your tongue a little bit. There we go. What do you taste there?
Something sweet.
Okay. And what about there?
Salty.
Okay, one more. There you go.
Bitter.
Okay, good. Good. All right, now these are going to seem kind of weird as I ask you to do them, but this helped me evaluate your facial nerve, your cranial nerve 7. It has to do with the motor function and the symmetry of your face again. I'm going to ask you to raise your eyebrows, okay, and then lower them, and squeeze your eyes shut real tight, okay, and open. Now wrinkle up your forehead for me, just like both, yeah, there you go. Okay, smile, frown, okay, good. Purse your lips together and puff out your cheeks like with air. Okay, you're good, symmetrical, even on both sides. If there were a problem, you might be able to do one of those things with one side and not the other, and that could indicate a problem like something, a clue toward a stroke or a TIA or something we need to be looking for. But you look good. Now, you've been able to hear me okay during this evaluation? Okay, I'm going to whisper something, and I want you to shut your eyes and tell me what you hear. I'm just going to evaluate your hearing based on that. Okay? Coffee.
Coffee.
Very good. Okay. You can open your eyes back up. And now I'm going to take this tongue depressor, and I'm going to have you open up your mouth, stick out your tongue and say ah, just like you would at the doctor. And we're going to evaluate Make sure that the little uvula in the back of your throat is hanging straight. It's not deviating to one side or the other. And we're going to make sure that your gag reflex is intact. Okay? So can you open up? Okay. Looks good. Looks good. Did that kind of stimulate your gag reflex at all? Okay. Let me do it one more time and let's see if it actually does, okay? Okay. Yep, that's intact. And that's cranial nerve 10. That's your vagus nerve. Everybody loves Vegas. I'm going to have you shrug your shoulders up and down. What I'm going to be evaluating are your trapezius muscles. That's your the ones that are across your shoulder and up your neck. I just want to make sure you've got equal strength. Go ahead and shrug. Okay, and then down. Strength, tone, power, and that looks good. Okay. And now, let's see, we already checked your chin moving against my hand, and that was fine. Finally, I've just got a couple of things for you to repeat, and I'm just evaluating the motor function of your tongue. I want you to say the words light, tight, dynamite.
Light, tight, dynamite.
Very good. Okay. Everything seems to be in good order as far as your neurological system. I don't see any deficits. That's important since you did note a family history of problems with stroke, so we don't see anything right now. The doctor's going to come in and check you out a little bit further in a few minutes. Are there any questions that you have for me?
No.
Okay. All right. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you.
Thank you.